Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. Today I'm going to share with you my thoughts and experience, I guess basically a review on the Style Arc Reece Knit Tunic, which is what I'm wearing. If you follow me on Instagram, also at Michelle Sews Again, you will have seen this already. I posted it, I want to say like the early part of last week. And so now I just want to kind of jump into telling you about my thoughts. I will tell you, like, I did not find any posts on Instagram, because usually when I start a new pattern, I like to just kind of scroll through, get inspiration, see what other people are doing, see what I do like, what I don't like. Like, was I thinking of doing something and somebody else did it and I look at it and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do that kind of thing. Or I wasn't thinking of doing that, but it looks amazing. Maybe I should think about something similar. I won't say never, because never is not you can't say never. I have not yet copied somebody exactly. I get inspiration. So I'm not looking to like replicate somebody's make exactly, because one of the fun things about sewing to me is that you've made something that literally nobody else in the world has, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, so I looked for the hashtag that Style Arc recommends, which is SA Reece Knit Tunic. Not a single post. Well, there is now because I did it. I looked under several different variations of what I thought might come up, and I didn't find a single one. I looked again today and I looked under Reece Tunic, and I found 5 posts, 4 of which are from the same person. So this has not been, whether it's been widely made or not, it has not been widely shared. So didn't get a lot of inspiration from Instagram, but I did get inspiration from the pattern cover, which basically looks like that. And I really liked the way that they did the stripes here and did them at a different angle on the arms, on the sleeves. So that's what I did. I will tell you from a mistake perspective, what I did, I intended for these to look like the pattern, or the pattern cover, and for the center stripes to be vertical, and I cut them horizontal. It still came out fine. In fact, I think it actually makes the switch from here to the angled ones even more pronounced than it would have if these were going straight down. So maybe it was a serendipitous mistake, right? And I do like the way that the neckband is in a different direction. It's going straight up and down. And I'm pleased with myself that they're not kind of wonky and going off to the side, because that easily could have happened. All right, so let me get into the actual description, fabric, sizing, and all that. All right, so it's a tunic shape. It's got a round neck with a narrow band. It's got front angled lines. It's got inseam pockets, which I'll get to in a minute. It's got an extended shoulder line, so basically grown on sleeves, and it's got a slightly shaped hemline. So it's a very subtle, like scoop bottom. All right, for fabric, it only recommends knit jersey or basically any t-shirt material. I used this lime azure stripe that I got from Girl Charlie, and it is a cotton jersey blend. It's just a basic t-shirt fabric. And I'll get into my thoughts on that in a minute. Then sizing wise, I'll put like the chart on the screen, but basically the max sizing I feel is pretty good. It's a max size, and these are finished measurements. So the bust is 59 inches, the waist is 59 and 7/8, and the hip is 63 and 3/8. So depending on how much ease you like, I feel like this is pretty good compared to a lot of patterns that I've seen. Weigh in on your thoughts below. I ended up making the size 24 based on my bust measurement of 52. And I feel like the finished look, so the waist measurement for a size 24 is much bigger than my waist, and the hip measurement is only slightly bigger than mine. So I feel like the fit actually ended up looking pretty good. I'll be posting pictures and maybe some video up here. All right, so what did I dislike about this pattern? And I don't know how much of it, actually, I didn't dislike anything about the pattern. There's nothing about the pattern that troubled me as far as like construction. The instructions were pretty straightforward. I didn't have any trouble with any of the steps. So the pattern itself, the instructions, A+. What I disliked was more about the fabric. So because this fabric, it's very fiddly, as a lot of people like to say. It curled so much on the edges that I literally spent more time trying to smooth out the edges when I was sewing and then serging than I did sewing. And that just frustrated me. And I ended up having to like walk away from this a couple of times just because I was getting frustrated. It was not an enjoyable experience because of the fabric. So even though I liked the way that it came out, I don't think I would use this kind of fabric again. The second thing and it's because I don't know if it's because of the fabric or my sewing skills. I haven't passed advanced beginner, I don't think, because there are definitely some techniques that I haven't even attempted yet. However, I feel like an advanced beginner, it's not the sewing skills that caused this issue. I really believe it's the fabric, and I'll insert some close-up pictures here. The pockets, they're inseam pockets, so where this front seam meets the side seams at the waist is where you put the pockets in. I thought that was such a cool feature until I made them. And that just putting that together with this fiddly fabric, it just caused the pockets to look wonky. You can't really see it in the photos that I posted on Instagram because of the distance, but up close, they're just wavy. I don't know. I can't even explain it really, but I don't like them. So if I made this again in a similar fabric, I would eliminate the pockets. If I made it again in a sturdier knit or a more stable knit, I might attempt the pockets again. So that's my thoughts there. I think that I probably won't use the pockets a lot. So is it even necessary for me to put them in? I mean, I feel like pockets are awesome, right? But is it worth the effort? Because putting the pockets in was the most troubling or struggle part of making this top. And I don't know that I'll use them. So, and they just mess up the line of the front of the top. So those are my dislikes. What I like about this top, I actually really like the finished look. This is a top that I'm probably gonna wear a lot, even with the fiddly pockets, because I think that if I hadn't taken those pictures, I might not wear it as often because I would think, oh, those pockets look fiddly. But when I look at it from a distance of like how far apart people actually stand, you can't tell. So I'm probably gonna wear this a lot. It's super comfortable. I really think it's flattering on me, which is, I don't say that a lot. And yeah, I think the fit's good. I like the finished look, even though I did the stripes horizontal instead of vertical. I like the way that it came out. So that's basically it. That's my review. I do recommend this pattern. I think the instructions were very clear for somebody who doesn't consider themselves intermediate yet. And for a style arc pattern, no less, I think the instructions were pretty good. It's a pretty simple top. So I recommend it. And I think it's really interesting. I think it gives you a lot of interesting options with this slanted line. You can do what I did and do your stripes different directions. You can do color blocking. You can do pattern mixing. You can do it all in one solid. I would never do that because I feel like that's a missed opportunity, but that's just me. So yeah, I definitely recommend. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this pattern, if you think you might pick it up, if you've already made it and you just haven't posted anything, let me know that too. I'd love to know. that's about it for me today. I have several other reviews that I'm going to film. I'll probably film them all today. So my hair and makeup will look the same, but I'll wear a different top for each review. I'll wear the item that I'm reviewing. So thank you so much for joining me. Love to hear your thoughts. Wherever you are, I hope that it is a nice, bright, sunny day and that you're able to get in some sewing. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.